I was trying to get some tunes in the background, and I've been unsuccessful. I don't know what the deal is. The streaming machine seems to be playing music for a short period of time and then stopping. So I don't know what that would mean. And I just gave up on it. I just wanted to get started here. I've been screwing around with this for over an hour and got nowhere with it. So I'm looking for DMCA free music, and was trying out Stream Beats, and the song would literally play for a few seconds. And then I thought maybe they wanted me to play the music in the apps, either on Amazon or whatever. So I did that too, but it plays one song and then it stops. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Anyway, project for the day is a squirrel-free suet feeder that I have to invent. So I got a lot of building to do. This is going to take a fair amount of time. And the chat is fucking up again, so I'm having problems with the Wi-Fi. Not that I think anybody's going to show up anyway, but just in case, I'll say hi. Alright, so kind of just taking dimensions on stuff. This is the rail I'm going to use. So the suet feeder is going to slide up and down in this rail. And so this has to connect to a top box, and I need to make that because the top holder for this thing, I probably have to mount it this way. Sideways. Okay, so I need a top, something that can hold these rails. So that's going to be difficult because that's got to be able to hold them and then guide the spring-loaded assembly here in the middle. So I need something that's substantial, and with the prototype, I'm almost inclined to make it out of wood to start with, and maybe cap it. Because I'm not really sure this is going to work anyway. So let's see what else I've got. So I don't really want to use this stuff. This stuff's kind of expensive, and I've got some big chunks of nylon plastic that I could make it out of, and it has to be weatherproof, so wood would be a temporary solution, so I prefer not to use that. So, I mean, I could make it out of aluminum plate, but the stuff I have, this 1/4-inch aluminum I've got, is gummier than hell. It sucks to cut. This stuff, really nasty, cheap shit. So, should have thought about materials, I guess, a little bit more first. This bike I'm going to run into repeatedly here. So, this fucking deer has been in my way for a year now. Yeah, let's just knock the whole damn thing over now. That didn't really help that situation at all. Whatever. Just going to be one of those days, I guess. Fucking A. Alright, so according to this According to my dimensions here, I need 7. Let's see, let's total that all up. See how long the rails need to be. 7 plus 7.25 plus 4 or something. 16.25. Well, now the state of American education that I had to use a calculator to add up single-digit numbers. All right, so how long is this? Okay, that's long enough. So the top plate has to hold these rails, so my idea is to make a kind of a trolley assembly for this suet holder that's going to ride up and down in here. So I'm going to need 4 wheels and holders for those 4 wheels. So then I was just going to make these out of, I could actually make them out of plastic now that I think about it. I was going to make them out of aluminum, but maybe I should make them out of this stuff. That might make more sense. So by my calculations, a 1/2 inch or a 1 inch wheel, that's 1 1/4 with a center hole in it should clear that. And they're going to be 0.390 inches. I don't think, I think unfortunately this stuff at 1 1/4 inches, I don't think this fits in my lathe. I think the diameter of my spindle here is 1 inch. Yeah, that won't fit there, so I have to do something fancy here. I was glad I got the thicker rod here for stuff, but kind of smelly. I want to face that up carefully. I don't know why I'm carrying that around. Okay, why did I kill a Chad in here? Come on. Yeah, I gotta think that's some sort of DRM thing that's happening there with the music, but I don't know. Plays either one song and cuts out or whatever, so I just wanted to get online here and start streaming, and so I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Alright, I just need to face this off. See if I can flip this into my face. That's a lot of overhang. I think. I guess that's all right. That's a really chipped insert. Normally I use the ground high-speed steel for cutting plastic and acrylics. Let's go back to that. I think that feels better. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. What are my tops for that stuff? They all fall? Yeah, I guess doing what I was doing is kind of dumb. I don't really need to turn this, so I just need to take off slices, so I probably don't need to fuck around too much with the other stuff. So let's make sure that, yep, that's working right. So 0.390. So I think I can hold this to turn it down if I need to. Let's go to 0.38. Which we'll say is right there. Oh, what am I doing? Need to freaking drill a hole in that first. Not Swift. Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna do something else there, so yeah, now that's a little big. Wasn't thinking this operation through very well. Oops. Speaking of not thinking through the operation, I have extended my quill now. And of course that's loose and needs to be tightened. Okay, now I can part this off. Well, now it seems wobbly. Didn't seem wobbly a minute ago. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that plastic is pretty stinky. Can't remember what kind of plastic this is. Kind of smelly. Okay, so that's a wheel. Made a wheel. Okay, so that's my wheel. So the idea is I'll have 4 of these, and they'll ride in this rail like this for the vertical guide. So that works. Okay, let's make 4 of those. And I should bring that back because I've already forgotten how 380 I think is what I did. I think the calipers are locked on it, but no internet connection. Yeah, that phone's flaky for the chat, so I guess the chat's off as well here. Well, that drill bit doesn't seem big enough. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with this phone. It's supposed to be doing my chat stuff and disabled. Why would it be disabled? Yeah, it's just one technical issue after another here. Alright, connect, see if it's stronger than current by 50%. It says it's not connected. Yeah, I don't get it. Okay. Actually, am I better doing the monitor? It doesn't look like it's working for shit anyway. Alright, I better check on that. Not sure what's going on with that anyway. I got a green light and everything, so should be alright. Alright. I had problems with the Restream a couple days ago. The connection was really bad, so I guess I just wanted to check and make sure. Back to this. That is so smelly. It smells, God, what does it smell like? It doesn't smell good. So how far did I drill? Now I can make one more. This isn't a precision operation by any means, so it doesn't matter that much. So that's 3. Should be good for a 4th. Yeah, my phone here that I'm using for chat is screwing me over too, so just in the off chance anybody stopped in to say hi, I'm not going to be able to see it until I get somewhere else. And today has been the day of technical glitches, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with this thing. I might get a dust ball in there. It says Restream chat is trying to connect. Okay, 4 wheels. Now I need to hold those wheels. And I'm trying to do this as rapidly as I can. I'm not sure that's going to work out so great, but yeah, that's bigger. Yeah, no internet connection. I don't know if I've got a radio problem with that phone or what. I just rerouted it and flashed it, and something's not right with it. Yeah, so I can use this as a... So this is 3/8" plywood for trim for 3/8" plywood. Is that this stuff? Yep, that's that stuff. Oh, no, it's not. That's thinner than this stuff. Yeah, that one might be a little bit big. Yeah, obviously the tolerances for the channel are not that high because .36, 379, 3.6. Yeah, so much for my tolerance is 3.84. That one's a little big, but it should work. Speaking of tolerances, that's not very high either. Yeah. So what did I say I needed here for rails? 16.25. So let's go 16.5. How about let's go 18. Ooh, yeah. Not going to be able to cut that on a bandsaw at 18 inches. Well, I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. That's an awesome camera motion. That's why I really didn't want to mount the camera on my right shoulder. It maybe goes better on my left shoulder so that I'm right-handed. Maybe it makes more sense to be on my left shoulder so that you're not bouncing all over the place, but work in progress, work in progress. Alright, will this fit in the throat of the bandsaw so I don't have to jerk it all over the place again? Yes, it will. Okay, so those are the two rails. So if you can envision this, the idea is that this is going to ride like this, up and down this rail. And when the fat squirrels get on it, there's going to be, this will be spring-loaded assembly, so when the fat squirrels get on the outside cage that's going to cover this, that'll pull down a pulling off of a commercial design that costs $200. So, yeah, I'm going to have to turn this one down a little bit. This is no good. It's no good. I was going to say I was going to vacuum this too quick, but no point in doing that just yet. I'm still making a mess. That's shockingly true. I'm happy enough with that. I'm just going to take off just a titch of this. Wow, that's terrible. Why that's so shitty. Terrible finish. Because I was going so slow. No, still not great, but can't keep doing it. Yeah, I don't know why that was so bad. Anyway, that'll ride in there better, especially after I clean it up a bit. Okay, so the idea was I'm going to use this because I can't have that much of an overhang on that. So let's Alright, so what I'm going to try to do, is cut, I'm going to take out this, chop that out to make a holder for this. So, and I'll put the hole right in the middle. And then I can chop off the edge here to make the clearance, because you can see I don't have a crap load of clearance between the channel and the bolt, so there can't be a whole lot of overhang there. So let's just make one. We'll make one of these. So that I can figure out how big they are, and then I'll turn out 3 more. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to switch camera sides here, because I'm pretty sure that's really fucking annoying with me using my right arm and everything bouncing around. So let's do that. I'll switch to this. So it's a quick break. So what I'm going to have to do, all I have to do is take the strap off this one side, flip it over, but that camera motion's got to be horrific. So it's my backpack. So let's take the camera off. So it's right below the fluorescent stripe there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to re-aim and everything though here, so hadn't thought this through completely again, so oh well. because I think on my left shoulder it'll be bouncing around a lot less than on my right shoulder. I hadn't really thought about that much. A lot of the IRL streamers do this, mount the camera on their shoulder, but they're just walking around. They're not actually using their right arm the way I'm using it all the time, so I think this probably makes more sense. And why is that? That should be banging my microphone pretty good. Whoa, almost dropped the camera. Okay, I'm gonna come back here in the office for a bit and re-aim this thing now too, so because it's gonna be a little wonky right now. So I'll switch to that. So, gotta get the angle of the dangle. I think I gotta switch this way. Nope, wrong. I go that way. There's a little bit of lag on my camera feed too to me, so nope, I was right the first time. Alright, where's that one? Okay, how's that? I think that's pretty good. Alright, let's get back to it. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the fact that I'm moving my arm around all the time on my right shoulder, and that makes the camera fly all over the place. Yeah. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, I was about to drill a hole for this. And I'm cranking away, and I can see the camera bouncing around on my shoulder, so this should be better. Didn't exactly get drilled in the middle, but again, high precision machine shop, this is not. Maybe someday. I'm a rookie machinist. Okay, where did I put my bolt? There it is. Okay, I was pretty sure I drilled this hole big enough. Did I not? Oh, this is the one I hadn't re-drilled the hole. That's the first one, isn't it? Yes, it is. Stupid. Alright, so that's where I want to go. So, yeah, let's measure from the bolt hole. And I want to say 0.6 from the bolt hole. So where is that from the opposite side of the bolt? Let's go 675. Nice round number. Alright. Okay, I'm thinking there's a smarter way of doing this, quicker way of doing this, so I'm going to check it out. I had one freaking wheel that I didn't drill the same size, and I had to pick that one up. Alright, let's go over here to the mill. Well, first things first. This drill needs to drill up this hole. This one, right? Okay, so how big is that? That's actually perfect. Now, I'm shocked how that fits. So now, of course, let's see if I can actually line the mill up so that I'm actually right in the middle of that bad boy. Pretty good for eyeballing. So that clears the burr out on the inside too. That was like a dual operation there. Of course, it didn't clear the burr on the outside, so. Okay, so you see what we got now. I've got a wheel carrier. That definitely is still too long on the end, so. I wonder. Yeah, it needs to go a little bit further. Okay, I'm trying to think how I should measure that though, because it's not quite far enough, but how am I going to measure that when I'm done? guess we'll worry about that in a moment. I don't want to realign this every time, so I'm kind of being lazy. I'll trim off the tails here. But I need to get the dimensions on this. Okay, that's better. I should make this out of one piece, I think. That was very swift. Nobody could have seen that coming. Yeah, that's going to have to be pretty close to the hole. Real close to that hole. Okay, that works. Alright, so I think that's what I want it to do, is extend past. So what do I got dimension-wise here? Alright, so yeah, that thing opens that way, so we definitely want to do it this way. So let's put the wheel back here. Yeah, that's good. So that's a good dimension. So we're going to call it 0.83. So we're going to go bang. Well, now I look more like 8.4. We'll go with 8.4 then. And in between, five and a quarter. So what's that make the whole shimmy do? 6 9/16 it looks like. So center to center on the holes ends up being what? Again, not a precision operation. Why did I say 0.125 in? Six and 5/8. Well, we're going to center punch this one now, since we're not making shit up anymore. Well, I mean, we are still, but not quite as much as we were. And then how deep is this? 0.925. Let's get the hole drilled in here. Wow, it felt like it was about to fall off my shoulder. I kind of spazzed there. It was weird. A very weird feeling. I need to make another one of these. And do I have Yeah, that's narrower. Okay, so this is my rail and this is my rail. This is for fighting, this is for fun. Okay, so I need to get some more of this stuff, which is the 3/8. The organizing system here leaves a lot to be desired, and that may be too long for it to handle. What is this up here? I think that's the same stuff. Just have to get it down. I don't have a shorter piece. What's this? No, that's the wider stuff again. This is the extremely long piece. I bashed this one out of my hand. Oh, 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 oh. Well, what the fuck was that attached to? Yep, that's the right stuff. Fuck. It's gonna be fun to swing around here. I'm gonna need a couple of pieces of this, including the cross piece here, so. See if I can cut this on here without hitting anything across the room. Yeah, probably. Okay, So now the cut back here is going to be from the hole, so kind of line up the holes and we'll go back to here. Yeah, now I've done it. Now I've swapped everything around from what it was, so yeah, that's not a smart way of doing it. Because the vise is not going to grip it very well that way. Mark everything inside. Somewhere in there. Wish there were a smarter way of marking that. Not exactly. My precision is waning rapidly here with this kind of shit. But yeah, doesn't matter that much. Can't see where I'm going. Guess I should watch that mark this way. How'd we do? I don't think that's deep enough. Oh, wow. And I shaved the inside of that off pretty good, too. How the hell did that happen? That was lined up, but obviously there's some variability here in this channel stuff as far as that was centered. It should be centered both ways unless it's not symmetrical, which I don't think it is. should have checked it because this one isn't in quite the same place either. Okay, I think I'm going to trim the tails off the same way I did it with the snips. That's a benign way of doing it, I think. Plus, I can get reasonably close doing it that way. I missed that one. This is a good one, I think. Where's that one? Okay, so I went with that, with these. Go with the slotted ones. 4 nuts. Knock some shit over with my club hand there as I go by. It's all coming together now, see? See? Starting to look like something, see? Well, at least you can kind of get an idea what I'm going for. All right. So I'll do a little mock-up here so you can kind of see what I'm going for if you haven't figured it out. It's not clear yet. So this is what I'm going for. Suet basket suspended in the middle, riding up and down on these rails. So, next step, is I got to make a top and a bottom. The top's going to have to the top's going to be a little more involved because the top is going to have some guide rods. Do I need to? I keep thinking I need two, but I don't think I do now. I think I really just need one. So, and I am going to make this out of wood initially just because I don't have anything that I can think of offhand that I'm willing to sacrifice for this project right this second until I get further along and know that this is a sound idea. So, all right, so what I need to do, I guess maybe is think about attaching these to the suet basket, and I wanted to, it needs to be able to open, so. So there's a wire right down the middle of that thing, so I kind of envisioned that this was not going to be attached directly to it, but I am trying to simplify things and get moving along here, so maybe that does work if I attach this directly to. So I'm thinking maybe I can just zip tie it. I'm trying to think of another easy way of doing it, but if I drill 2 holes in here, actually I don't need to drill holes at all. Let's not drill holes at all. Yeah, then the suet cake might be able to move side to side. But let's skip drilling holes for now. Let's just try doing this. Take this chain off since we don't need it. So this one I'm going to attach this way, and the top one I'm going to attach upside down so the channel's up because I need to attach some stuff to it. So let's do this. Problem is the Suet's just going to make a greasy mess out of this once I get further along, so I probably don't want to, I may just have to notch these if I notch them for the zip ties. All right, you digging where I'm going yet? You digging where I'm going yet? It can sit flat if I don't trim these right away. This is prototyping, man. Prototyping. So this one's going to go this way because I have to attach something through here and I don't want it sitting flat on the cage here. But like I said, the problem is these might be able to move side to side a little bit, and I don't want that to happen. So I may have to I'm gonna have to figure out some probably a better way of securing this. But for now, this works because it's a bit disposable and it gets us where we need to be quicker. Because this still is proof of concept here too. So. Because one of the things I have to figure out is squirrel weight and spring strength, and that's going to be dicey. So, all right, maybe that's easier to show you now, demo it. So it's going to go like this. Let's put it together wrong. Get where I'm going. So that's going to ride in these rails like this. There's going to be a cage outside. So this will be a cage inside of a cage. The Suet obviously goes inside of this thing. And there's an outside cage, and the top half of it will be solid in this blind, so when the squirrel, so it'll be like this, and when the squirrel climbs on the outside cage, so there'll be mesh here, he's going to, the weight of that's going to pull this down, and actually this is going to stay stationary, so we're going to be hanging from this. The weight of the device is going to be hanging on the Suet holder itself, and this whole thing will slide down. Get where I'm going? Get where I'm going? So this outside, the frame is going to be part of a cage, and the inside is going to be the hanger. And then we'll have a spring assembly on this to raise it back up when the weight of the squirrel pops off of it. So, again, proof of concept. This is based very loosely on a commercial design that I saw. And the commercial design is a lot more involved than this. I was trying to get something I could slap together in a few hours and see if it would work. So, okay, so what I need first is I guess I kind of need to make this frame, complete the frame, so I don't think how I should do that. Does this stuff fit in there? Oh, it does. Do I have enough of that? That would be awesome. I don't think I have enough of this, though. Or log off pieces into piece of crap. You just really want to come off of there, don't you? Yeah, that one might. Yeah. Could be close. I'll try to recycle all my stuff. Never know when it's going to come up useful for a project later, so. There's that. That is almost exactly the right size. Spooky. Wish I had more of this, but I don't think I do. This is for like 1/4 inch plywood edging. I don't think I got any more of this stuff. Okay, I really didn't need more of it. The top rails have to be secured to this guide block anyway, so it's not a huge thing, but it would have been nice. But this one will be good for a start on the bottom. Yeah, it's a little short. I've already got a hole in it, so see if I can use those existing holes and do something clever here. It's not ideal, really, because let me think about this now, because this is going to make this. If I do that, it's not going to have any protection against racking. So maybe that doesn't work. Because if I do this, the whole frame will be able to scissor like this. Let's work on the top. Let's work on the top connection first. In fact, this might be more useful for the top than on the bottom. Yeah, I wish I had more of that. Really wish I had more of that. I don't think I do, though. I do not. Okay, I'm going to have to take a break here. I will be back momentarily. Yeah, isn't that lovely? I get back and I got frickin' spam chat. That's all I rate then. Buy followers. I'm not quite sure I understand what that really does for you. You buy followers. It's not like this is the first time I've streamed, but buying followers does nothing for you. You have to have legit followers or you're not going to make the money. So I guess, you get fake followers, and the idea is that you can somehow scam people into supporting. You can get sponsors by scamming and having lots of followers that you don't really have. It's like, well, that doesn't work that way. I mean, they're not gonna. It's just stupid. It's like, I know obviously people are doing it or they wouldn't be bugging you, but yeah, it's annoying because like, well, not every small streamer wants to become rich and famous. It's not, it's not everybody's goal, and I'm going to pay you, and it kind of blows my mind. But I know there are people that, obviously there's people that do that, so I don't get it. I guess you can take money from the idiots, and you go ahead and take money from the idiots. Where was I with this? All right, yeah, so I've got to figure out a top. So my carriage, I need to measure. I need more workbench space. So dimension to dimension here. Got the outside dimensions 8, a nice even 8. That's, I'm going to say that was all part of a plan, but it wasn't. Well, it definitely wasn't, but it works out good. Alright, so I got 8 inches, rail to rail. And I need to capture these rails into a top. So the top's going to have to be wider than the whole assembly, which means, say, 2.5 inches. And that's by 8. So it needs to be, the top needs to be thick enough to be able to secure this to it. So I think I'm going to make it out of 2x, and I'll have to cap it because 2x is not going to be weatherproof unless I use treated, which I wasn't going to use. So less than 8. Almost. 7 7/8. Not quite long enough. Maybe I could stack. I'm trying to think. Well, I do have some vinyl shit here. Maybe I need to use that. Maybe I need to use some of this vinyl. Bolt it together and that's got wood version on it, so I don't want to use that. Maybe this stuff. Okay, so I got that, and I can get a solid out of that of, looks like 2.5. Set for 2.5, we'll rip her. Clear out some space here for the outfeed. Never have enough space. I got too much shit floating around. with this. Let's keep moving it around the shop, you piece of crap. We'll just set that over here. Fucking toasters. I had to put electronics in toasters. Now when your toaster goes, it might be the heating element, it might be some electronics, and who knows what else. I started troubleshooting it and questioning whether or not it was even worth it. My wife likes her pink toaster. Okay, let's get the vacuum going here. My useless phone is sitting right on the other edge of that. And I'm going to have to clean this up. This vinyl sawdust sticks to everything. I'm guessing the vacuum cleaner hose will hit that, knock it down. I guess right. Stick to everything. Okay, so I need 8-inch sections of this. It came out to be just the width I needed, 2.5 inches, which I got lucky on. So it's going to be like this. Let's just do one. Let's just do one 8-inch piece and see what that does for us. Do it with my tape measure. Set it over there. Alright, so there's my 8-inch piece. And we'll find the center of it on each end. This is 1 1/4. Measure from the same side. Got this vinyl shit sticking to me always. Okay, so that's the center, and I just realized this was stupid fitting inside because I got this stuff and I just need to stagger, just offset it to the one side. I got a chicken slip on my finger already. So I had a little scrap of that. What did I do with it? Right here. So we're going to center that up, and we need 2 slots. So we're going to cut slots in that way. I think the table saw kerf is too wide for that, so I don't think I can use it for that. In fact, I'm not going to say I'm positive, but pretty freaking sure. Okay, so I'll do that. Yeah, I kind of got to get on the hump here. I don't have that much more time. Okay, so that's not the same stuff, is it? I think I grabbed the wrong shit. No, it's the same stuff. Okay, so it needs to be that deep. We'll do around here. Let's see how well I did. Good enough. For sure, good enough. Alright, that's quite good actually. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Alright, let's get a screw in here. Okay, she's all coming together. She's all coming together. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Okay, so I need an 8-inch piece here, I believe. Let's check it, verify it. Yeah, it's 8 and 8. They wipe outside. Better watch out for the squirrels. Okay, this I gotta clean up. Okay, so yeah, I decided I could just. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, that's not. That doesn't work. Hold on. Just a toddler. Ow. Damn, that thing's hot. It's hot. I think my blade there is a little dull. I think I kind of sand through stuff instead of cutting through it. Alright, so that's going to go like this then. That drill bit's seen better days. So is that one. Holy cow. Get to sharpening some drill bits here. It's ridiculous. I grabbed the wrong nuts. I grabbed the wrong nuts. Nuts is like a 40s-ish expression, I think. Nuts. That's right, that's supposedly what somebody said to somebody when he asked him to surrender. Oh yeah, Battle of the Bulge. That's the legend of the Battle of the Bulge. Told him, nuts. Nuts. Another dull drill bit. See if this was any sharper than the rest of them. Not really. Okay, let's do a little cleanup here. Oh, I tore half of the page off there. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so I got my frame. Next step is, yeah, it's too high. Need to measure a hole in the middle of this thing, drill a hole in that. And that's going to be the guide hole for the rod. And I was thinking I'd use threaded rod, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to have to thread a rod to do this, because if I use threaded rod, then it won't slide very good. Okay. Let's find the center of the top. And I'm going to have to take this apart so I can drill this on the drill press, because I do not want to get this one crooked. This has to be relatively straight. So let's mark these, because I'm sure that hole isn't drilled in the same place. So this is one. This is one. That is a nice fit. That's some nice fitment there. Very happy with that. Okay, so let's get a hole through this. Kind of straightish. Okay, so now I can bore that out bigger when I decide what size rod I want, and I'll put this back together. So number one is that one. That's not quite right. Is that better? Oh, this one's off the other way. I talked about the thing racking. That's what happened. Okay, so now I got a hole in the middle, and like an idiot, I should have drilled a hole in the middle of this thing while it was off, but nope, didn't think of it. Okay, so let's do this end. And let's mark these ends. This is 2. Cold and allergy season. Alright, 5-ish. 2.5. Puts it right there. So I need a hole there. And I'll probably have to take it off to fasten a nut or something on the other side of it. Yeah, I didn't want to do that, but I did. Took the coating off the fucking wire inside. Okay, so what's a savvy way of doing this now? I was thinking maybe a savvy way is to use a piece of pipe instead of a rod. And bore a big hole. So it's sliding on that instead of something smaller. So I turn something and put a bolt in the side of this. It's getting complicated. I didn't really want to make it that complicated, but this would be the guide. That way. No, I don't think I need something that stout though. I got the guide rails. It should be fine. Should be fine. Let's try it with something. Let's try it with a rod, but let's get a good one. That's not a good one. That's bent. Okay, I'm thinking. So, it should be fine to use a rod. I'm trying to convince myself that I don't need to use something else. But what about this thing? What about this piece of crap? How bent is this? Oh, that's bent to hell. Yeah, I can't use that, I don't think. Yeah, that's bent to hell. Schno good. I don't even know why I kept that, now that I see it. Because that had bent so badly, I don't think I could ever use it for anything. Okay, this is actually threaded. This might actually work pretty good. So I'm going to clip these off and redo this. What size is this? It's pretty grunged up. I think that's probably a standard 3/16. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, it is. It just chewed up at the end. pretty sure it was 3/16. Yeah, it is. Wow, that's really gouged up. If I can reckon that getting started earlier, I don't want to put out the tap set for this. This is kind of stupid. Definitely 3/16. So okay, apparently that ain't big enough. Alright, so 3/16. That's good. So I gotta get the end off of this thing. Put the drill bit back before I lose it with my shitty drill bits. Get some washers, some washers. I don't think I have to use number 10, do I? Oh, I'll just throw that one down on the ground. That's like a stainless one. I want that one. No, I do need number 10s. All right, you forced me. And number 10 lock, which... Oh, yeah, that's not going to fit underneath. No way, Jose. It's going to be fun getting that nut started on that. Oh, yeah, because that's not the right size nut. So it would be fun starting a non-3/16 nut on a 3/16 thread, admittedly. Yeah, it's already stuck. Okay, get the end off of this thing, and I'm going to cut it real long, so let's do there. It's just an arbitrary place to cut it. Completely arbitrary. And I needed that 3/16 drill bit for that. So let's go back and get it. Not the picture of efficiency here, clearly. Okay, so this should fit right true here. Okay, good deal. Let's re-zip tie it on here. Forget where I'm going with this yet. We're starting to get there. We're really starting to get there. Starting to get close to being able to actually test and see if this thing's going to do what I hope it will do. So, this line of rope. That goes through the hole, through there, she's a little tight. Uh-oh, it fell out on the wheel nuts. I'll leave the bottom off for now because I don't think I need that, but alright, so oh, I do need the bottom on there. That's my, yeah. I was wrong. Because the bottom is where I'm attaching my spring or my rubber band or whatever the hell I'm using. Alright, I'm going to have to wrap this up pretty quick. Unfortunately, I was hoping to have this at least to a state where I could ascertain whether or not it's even viable, but well, that's what happens. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a stop. I think I'm going to need to stop at some point, but that's okay. That's easy. That's very easy. So I've got some rubber bands here. Grab a couple of those. I know, we got freaking helicopter flying around on Mars, and I'm building a Suet feeder. Don't make me feel bad, man. Zip tie. What the heck? What the heck? Okay. So that spring, that's a little a little sticky. I may have to enlarge that hole on the top. I think I'm hanging up on the hole there. Yeah, I am definitely. Oh, that suet cage isn't exactly straight. Yeah, it can't stick. So it may have to enlarge that hole. The rod does have paint on it though, so maybe I just need to clean that up a little bit. I had a piece of sandpaper floating around here. That's a memory cloth. I don't think that's rough enough. Okay, so if I wrap a shroud around the top section here, when the squirrel jumps on, the cage is going to be wrapped around here. So when the squirrel jumps on it, it will retract up. I think, obviously it's got to drop down far enough that once I add the wire on this cage, it's going to be heavier too. So weight-wise, it's kind of wearing that hole, trying to make it slide a little bit better. So from my research, 3 to 5 pounds for squirrel, so the birds weigh almost nothing, so the birds shouldn't trip this. The idea is to put the cage on the outside. I got to build a solid box to some point, like to here, so that when the squirrel jumps on it, this retracts into the solid box. In fact, I should mark that. So here's where the cage needs to retract to. So yeah, unfortunately when the squirrel jumps off, it can't stick like that, so I'll have to figure that out. Like I said, I think that hole needs to be bigger. I don't think it needs to be that. Since I got the guides, I don't think that matters that much. All right, so then I need to hang 3 to 5 pounds on here after I get the assembly done, because once I add more weight to this, I'm going to build the shield out of aluminum sheet, light aluminum, so that'll wrap around here, and then the cage will attach to that, to the bottom of that. Or do I even need a cage? Yeah, because it'll just pull the squirrel into the... Might be enough to scare him off, though. So if that thing retracts into the enclosure... Oh, it's sticking on the threads, isn't it? Yeah, that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. It's sticking on the threads. That's why I didn't want to use a threaded rod. Okay, so yeah, I need to build a shroud. Yeah, you can see. So the weight that I have to be concerned about is the top, the rails, and the whatever enclosure I decide to put on here. So squirrel's going to jump on this thing. He's going to pull it right up into there. Yeah, but if he jumps onto this and hangs on, he'll be able to. Yeah, he can't grab that. That is why I need a shroud around the whole thing. Reasoning this out in my head, I was thinking, well, maybe I didn't need a shroud on the bottom, but I do, because if the squirrel grabs a hold of the main... let me find it. So yeah, if he's able to grab a hold of the cage itself, which he shouldn't be able to grab, so I'm going to have to put something over the outside of that. The birds will have to eat through it. So, and I think I'm probably going to have to make some supports for that cage that'll attach here. So I'm looking at I left it out here. Looking at aluminum sheet like this. So if I wrap this around, I wonder if I need to build a frame there to support it on the bottom. All right, well, yeah, that's all the further I'm going to be able to go today, because I do have to wrap it up. So that's going to be it for today's stream. Yeah, we'll do a quick recap here. Here's what I'm looking at. So she's going to be hanging from here, and Suet's going in there, and there'll be a shroud here so that when the squirrel jumps onto the unit, I mean, he can jump up here, and it'll still, if he jumps on the top, his weight is going to push it down. If he jumps on the bottom and the screen on the bottom, it'll also retract. So, they said that's sticking because of the threads. We have to drill that hole a little bit bigger. And I have to figure out the weight, the rubber band, whatever I'm using, a spring or a rubber band, whatever I'm using as a balancer, has to offset the weight of the outside frame and everything that's on it and the squirrel. So this is probably going to have to be a little more substantial once I add more weight to it. I don't know how much more weight the aluminum is going to be in the wire mesh that I'm going to put around here. So, and I may very well have to add a bottom to it so that he can't climb in the bottom, and because I'm guessing he might want to try that too. So I may have to add another piece of vinyl, a cap on the bottom here. In fact, yeah, let's put that on the to-do list. So I'm going to put a vinyl cap on the bottom. Okay, so shroud here, bottom on it. The wire mesh will go from here to here. Squirrel proof mesh, so it can be pretty large. But that's going to be it for me. I'm going to wrap it up there. You should see that the only chatter I had was a freaking bot again. It's a story of my life when it comes to streaming. So, yeah, thanks for checking in.